Well, hey guys, welcome to the studio. Today, a vocal trick that we came upon by accident. It was a mistake I had made in my brother's recording studio that got me banned from being within 10 feet of a live mic for a year. And now I'm using it on the mix that I'm working with. Let's check this out. I got my cup of coffee here. I hope I don't do anything stupid with it. That was the mistake. That little noise I made after I took a sip of coffee, I went, ah. Now, later in the video, we are live. We got a chat room. I'll tell you the story. But for right now, let's get to the point. How can I use that noise in a mix with great effect? Let me show you what we got going on in the DAW. 28 tracks. This is, for me, a big project. The recording is done. We're entering the mixing phase. We're probably about halfway through. I want you to hear verse 2 and the chorus to get your ears acclimated to the sound that we have here, and then I'll show you the effect.
Sunrise somewhere, never seen it before, dreaming. 'Cause I never loved you. It hates that you're alive.
That's where we're at. Now, right before that guitar solo comes in, the vocal gets very affected because of this trick that I'm using there, based on this crazy mistake involving the coffee. It all comes around full circle. It's about to happen. Listen to the very end of this. Here's the bit I'm talking about right here. See if you can hear it. Kind of weird. You're alive. You're alive. You're alive. That was my coffee voice saying, "You're alive." Let me put it back in the mix real quick for you. And blended back in with the vocals that it supports.
It hates that you're alive.
And back in with the mix.
It hates that you're alive.
And here it is in the context of just the end of that chorus.
It's always sunrise somewhere. Never seen it before.
We did use one other additional trick right at that same instant regarding the guitar solo from Joe Breitenbach. Check this out. It's very easy to hear the start of the solo. What I'd done was I took a clip from that solo, moved it to before where the solo would have started, and reversed the clip for backwards guitar. Okay, in yellow up here, this is the bulk of the solo, and down here is this transition that we're talking about, and here it comes soloed. And here it is with the solo attached to it. And if you look up here, you can see this little bit. That's the vocal effect here. Let me combine the solo with the vocal effect for you. Here's the vocal effect. Here's the pre-solo. Here's the solo. And here's all of that in the mix. Well, that was a mistake I had made 40 years ago, being too close to a mic and making that sound. And my brother in the control room, what the hell is that? He's like, you're banned from being anywhere near live mics for a year. And he held me to that. I was banned from being near live mics for a year. But I was recording that vocal sitting at this desk on this Rode NT1, just recording tracks, trying stuff out, and I took a sip of coffee, had my headphones on, and I went, ah. And I guess I just kind of caught it like, let me mouth the words. Bottom line, guys, if you can drink coffee, you've got a compressor and some reverb. This is a great transitional trick. Something I wish I had known for productions a long time ago, by complete accident, but let me know in the comments if you think this works. And please, come hang out with us on Facebook at Recording Tips. And if you enjoy what we're doing here on the channel, be a friend. Click the subscribe button. It helps me lure more experts over to get their views on what we're trying to do in our small studio. Thank you so much. We got a lot of work to do. Let's get to it. Hey guys, welcome to the live portion of the show. We pre-record some of the stuff so I can get the better camera angles and make sure the edits are right. My goodness, we've got the full crew here, it looks like tonight. Orrin Fisher and Joe Breitenbach featured on guitars in that song. The song actually literally just dropped right concurrently with this live stream. It's on our SoundCloud. I'm going to link it below if you want to hear how the whole mix sits. The mastering was done in Orrin Fisher's studio, and we just got it back. The mastering is, if you need mastering done, he's a good guy to talk to. Big shout out to Dominic Calleran for doing the drums on that. And also a shout out to Kenzie Hauser, who was in the room with me. We wrote those lyrics, and that project turned into this project. So full co-writer credits to Kenzie Hauser. If you watch on my SoundCloud, you'll see she's got some of her own stuff up there, which is she's a fabulous singer. Some great questions. Richard, hello. Welcome to the channel. And I see you asked what reverb we were using. RAWM, R-A-W-M, from Native Instruments. It's a really kind of a cool, full-featured reverb. A lot of flexibility in it. It has some presets. It's very easy to dial in. It kind of makes sense how it works. And I think Joe Breitenbach, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Joe also likes RAWM reverb as well. So we did have some discussion about this ahead of time on our Facebook group, Recording Tips, which if you're interested in this type of conversation, everything is really happening there. This is just on Sunday nights, we do a little bit of a live show about it. So Joe was working on the guitars on this, and I kept saying, yeah, I'm going to do a show on the vocal effect, and he was listening hard for it. I kept telling him, unless you know what to listen for, you might not hear it, but once you hear it, it's hard to unhear it. That "You're alive" thing that was run through an SSL channel strip to give it just a little bit of dirt to it. I also compressed the snot out of it ahead of time to give it a lot of boost for the SSL. And then realm reverb, and that was it. No EQ or anything. There's actually not a lot of EQ really on much of anything on the song, which is fairly common for my productions. John says, oh, they're talking about the NT1 mic. Yeah, you know what? I keep going back and forth. The NT1 mic, I grab it because it's here, but recently I've also been grabbing, and of course it's just out of hands reach, a Pile mic off of Amazon. It's like a $20 or $30 mic, Pyle. And for some reason, for my vocals, sometimes with that kind of gritty, kind of aggressive style that I do, it's a little bit of a better fit. The NT1 is like glorious, lush, and like a true studio mic. Weirdly, the main mic I run in my booth, I run an AT4033. That's for clients. So the Rode NT1 is when I want something of studio quality nearby. I can just grab the NT1. But if you got a really gritty voice, don't discount those little SM57 clones from Pyle. They're a lot of fun. They're talking about the mastering process. Yeah, well, Oren's got a trick up his sleeve, and I will show you, and it's kind of a less of a secret probably than it used to be. And of course they're stuck because I had the other cable out here. But this is Oren's secret weapon here. These are Olo S4X from Olo Audio, and they're wood and they're handmade. And these things, it's the most definition I've ever heard in audio, even compared to, I run decent monitors here. I'm running Yamaha HS5s. I'm running Kali LP8s. I do have a subwoofer that runs with the HS5s. You guys have seen the charts for this room. It's very, very, very flat in here. And I can tell you the definition on those headphones, absolutely astounding. So I'm just catching up with the chat. Greg's here. Hello, Greg. If I didn't say hello to you before, Greg's got some cool stuff coming through. Like I think he's doing some collaboration now. He's got a very kind of Pink Floyd, great keyboard player. If you're ever interested in finding a good keyboard player, Greg is a good guy to go to. Oh, low can you go? Very funny. Anyway, this discussion, we're going to carry it right over to the Facebook group, Recording Tips. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I had a great time putting this together for so many reasons. One was really kind of taunting Joe about that vocal effect. And he's like, I hear, like, because there's a lot of vocal effects. It's hard to tell which one I'm talking about. But that coffee voice thing, and it was just kind of completely by accident that happened. You guys are the best for coming out. I'll link to my SoundCloud. Check out the entirety of that song. I'd love to hear your feedback on it in terms of anything, the mix, the recording, the design of the song. It's one of my favorite songs that this studio has put out in quite some time. And to everybody that was involved with getting that project out, I appreciate it. All right, guys, we got a lot of work to do. Let's get to it.